first time I baked a cake by myself was the first time I ever came to LA. So here's me as a 13-year-old. I'm going to LA by myself, and I'm gonna spend New Year's Eve in LA with my great uncle and his boyfriend, which was the biggest deal of all because they were these really cool people with a really cool little scooter, and they let me ride it around the neighborhood. I kept asking my mom to buy me one, but she wouldn't because she thought it was dangerous. But they didn't care, they thought it was fun. And before I left, I bought this really cute shirt because I was convinced that we were going to go to this Hollywood party. My uncle's boyfriend knows people in Hollywood, and I'd meet Zac Efron, and he'd be my first kiss. And it would be this absolutely amazingly perfect New Year's Eve kiss. My uncle invited some friends over, and I wanted to be helpful, so I offered to make dinner. My uncle gives me some money, and I go to the store and I buy all this food, and I haven't told him this. I decide I'm gonna make a cake for my uncle's boyfriend because it's his birthday. And I decide it's gonna be a chocolate cake with cherries on it. And I put Cocoa Puffs in the inside layer of icing. I wanted to give the cake this really cool crunch. And I hear them on the phone talking about the party, and I start getting a little giddy because I imagine Zac Efron walking into my uncle's house and tasting this amazing dinner that I made. And he'll say, "Who made dinner?" And my uncle will be like, "Willow did." And he'll be like, "Oh my God, Willow, this is the best meal I've ever had. Will you be my girlfriend?" And because my uncle's cool, he'll let us go into my room alone and shut the door, and we'll make out for hours. So everyone arrives, and I serve dinner, and everyone eats everything, so I guess that means they like it, but Zac isn't there. And I got all dressed up to meet him. But that's okay, no big deal. We'll meet him at the party. So I asked my uncle what time we're going out. My uncle says that we're not going out because traffic's gonna be a nightmare and we'll get stuck on the 60 for hours. And then they decide to have the cake then, even though I thought it was going to be for tomorrow, so it's not quite set yet, but everyone says they don't care. They just want the cake. And when they cut the cake, the Cocoa Puffs had soaked up all this oil and the icing, and they've gone all soggy and ruined the inside of the cake. It was gross. And then we watched the ball drop in Times Square, which was at 9 p.m. in the evening because we were on the West Coast. And I'm like, that's it? I was in bed by 10 and I'm thinking, this is it. This is my big New Year's in LA. I got to play with sparklers though. That was okay.